In today's video, we're going to be showing you on how we get our logs and where we get our logs. Keep watching to find out.
Alright folks, in the video y'all see us hauling some cedar logs from one of our log sites. It's a local logger. We get most of our logs right here in Anson County. Some of them we get in surrounding counties, but we try to stay local with all of our business and keep the local loggers busy. So what you see in the video, you see us going from the log site back over here to the farm. And what we haul these logs on, we want to talk about a little bit. This right here is an old pole trailer we picked up at an auction. These were made for the utility companies to haul power poles on. Now we modified this thing a little bit. Originally it didn't have this bunk, and in the video actually the bunk wasn't on it when we were loading. What it had was just a little short piece on it, and what it did, it gave us problems about having logs out here on the side. They wasn't supported, and one thing you want to do when you're hauling logs is you really want to be safe, and that's why we added this other bunk, so we can put it up here on the front of this bunk. We added these standards right here. They won't go nowhere. This is a lot safer than what we previously had. Now, our old pole trailer, we done the same thing too as well. We added another bunk up here at the front, just simply to support the weight of the log when we're going down the road. We don't get no bouncing. It straps down good. Everything holds together good. But this trailer, it's a heavy duty trailer. And if you notice, folks, it ain't got a floor in it. And that's a big plus when you're hauling logs. Anybody that's put logs on a regular double axle trailer or whatnot, you know what I'm talking about. The logs will bust your floor up eventually, and then it's a pain in the butt getting them off, because you know ain't nothing up under the log to get your forks underneath or whatnot. So this is really nice. The logs sit up on these bunks, and we're able to come up in here with the forks and get right up under them and get them out of there. And all these standards on the sides, they'll come out and make it flat. So, and this trailer is heavy duty. It's got a tandem axle underneath it, big heavy duty tires, 7-ton capacity. So 7 tons on that with my truck. Yeah, I mean, I'm within the legal limits of my tag. What we pull this with most of the time is F550, and that's the thing about it. When you put 7 tons of logs on a trailer like this, you need a big enough truck to pull the weight and stop the weight. And that 550, it's an older 550. It's got the 7.3 diesel in it. It's not as quick and fast as some of these new ones, but once you get her going, she goes. It's a dually, so it'll handle the weight that we put behind it. And we're not just trying to see how much weight we can put on here. Most of the time, we don't go up to the 7-ton capacity on this. We usually go up about 4 or 5 tons because we feel safe at that limit. And now what we do, well, lots of times we can't scale our logs. If a logger has a scale there, we'll back up on the scales and we know exactly what we got. But if we don't, we use a log weight calculator. Y'all can go online, and what you do, you put the small diameter of the log in, the length of the log. It asks for different measurements. I think the small end and the big end, how long. Maybe it has a measurement for the middle, and it'll tell you pretty much what that log weighs. So as we're loading logs, we scale them, and we pretty much know what we're going to be hauling. That way keeps us safe and keeps everybody else on the road safe, because last thing you want to do, folks, is you don't want to be going down the road and you lose a log and it rolls into somebody else's car or cause an injury or worse, you know. So safety is our #1 goal when we're hauling logs. So anybody that's out there that's looking to do this type of stuff, hauling logs, if you're going to be in the sawmilling business, it's a necessary evil. You got to do it. This bunk right here we had added on. Our friends over at Mullis Mechanical, they put this on for us. If you're in central North Carolina or around the area, even they go into South Carolina, y'all can look them up. Mullis Mechanical, they do a great job and you'll get great service out of them, great customer service as well. And that's one thing you don't get a whole lot of these days is customer service and people to stand behind their work. So just wanted to tell you about who does our welding out here at the sawmill.